Now then, so today we got a list that I think you'll probably see on ladder in some variations. So I'm playing some Hyperthin, and this list's a little different. I kind of took the main shell, and I've been messing about with a few things. So we'll talk about the weird stuff rather than the obvious stuff. So obviously we have like, because we have Triss, we have Yen, we have Cetharsius, we have Vilg, we have Sunset. You know, the usual kind of things you'd have. But some of the more weird things. So I'm running both T-Bor and Imperial Golem, and kind of the reason for this is consistency more than anything. Having two targets in deck where it's not the end of the world if kind of everything goes to shit. Um, you're playing against Nilfgaard and one of them gets stolen or something. It's really that consistency kind of thing. I'd personally rather have both, but I mean, if you wanted to cut one, you could. The way this deck's been set up is that it thins down to two, so you should end up with a 13 and a 12 in deck. Um, so you maybe want to put in a little bit more thinning, maybe just one more thinning card if you did want to cut one of these. One of the other weird things is probably Ramon. We're running Ramon because of Megascope, which I decided to run. So what's going on is we're putting Tortoises and Nilfgaardian Knights, and we also have an Arbor Armored Cavalry, just because locks are just generally good to have in your back pocket. And we have a couple of Megascopes, and kind of this was because the top end of Hyperthin is pretty set in stone. You know, once you've got in like Durdrick and all the kind of typical stuff, there's not too much in the way of like wriggle room. There's basically that 9 provision and the 10 provision slot. And it's kind of down in that 4 and 5 where there's a lot of flexibility. And so this is what I've gone for because, you know, Megascopes onto Nilfgaardian Knight, very, very good. You also have Tortoises as targets, and with Ramon, gives you another 8 basically. And it also isn't a unit in your deck, so if everything goes wrong, Megascopes in your deck, that's kind of fine. Um, and then we just have one Viper Witcher Adept, just because I had no goddamn clue what to run in this spot, so just end up with a 4. And in terms of the Dead Man's Tongue, what you're targeting with this, it's going to be some combination of these bronzes. You're going to burn out, you know, maybe a Nilfgaardian Knight and an Alvarado Cavalry. You know, maybe it's a both Tortoises, maybe it's an Adept and a Megascope. You know, something around there. Um, Also, another thing is I typically like to use the Blight Makers to pull the Mage Assassins rather than set up the Mage Assassins in hand to come out when we use our leader. Just because it's more tempo in early rounds. You can sometimes struggle in the early rounds for some quite good tempo, and the Blight Maker combo is really nice. But if you don't do that, you can also use your Blight Maker the turn before Sunset Wanderers is going to come down, just to guarantee what you're going to draw into. So I won't go on too long, but I don't typically play ladder decks all that much on this channel, but this is one I've really been enjoying. So here we are. So I'll go into the games. Okay, this is kind of one of those matchups that I was talking about with the running both T-Bor and Golem, because it can kind of hurt us here a little bit, because, I mean, they might not be. I'd be very happy if they're not, but they usually have a Sunset Wanderers, no, Wanderers, sorry, Cantarella, which can kind of hurt us a little bit. But, you know, we see how it goes. We see how it goes. So we can start like this. Could have started with a Ramon. I sometimes use Ramon quite early on, but without a Megascope. Oh, Mill. Perfect. Everybody's favourite. I mean, this could work out reasonably well for us, just because Mill's Mill, isn't it? Obviously does very, very well against us, because we're looking to go a little thin, aren't we? So what we'll do is we'll Blight Maker, and we'll put something useless on top. We'll put like a Megascope on top, just so that their next mill isn't all that disastrous for us. And we'll probably end up just playing Sunset Wanderers out as a card so it doesn't draw. exactly why I said about keeping the golems. Right, what are we gonna do here? What are we gonna do? So, Dead Man's Tongue, but that feels terrible. But I don't think there's much more we can do. We'll go Alba. Just really, really, really want to find Durdrick, Snowdrop, Bilg. They're all kind of great. Guess no Snowdrop then. But that's okay. That is okay. So let's think we're going to draw another 6. 5 more milling from them. Yeah, it's kind of trash, but not much we can really do, is there? Not a great deal we can do. It's all fun, isn't it? It's all fun. I mean, I don't blame them playing Mill, because this is like a really good matchup for them, so... Alright, let's see if we can hit like a 7. Or a 5. Wow. That's kind of great. That is kind of great for us, to be honest. Very surprised about that one. So we don't want you. I mean, we want to hit some of these, so we definitely want to redraw this. Megascope's not doing too much. Oh, perfect. So, I mean, we can just start with the Adept. That's okay. So we want you, and then you get burned by a mill. And we can also play... Vilg's not looking amazing. We can just hold for a time. Yep, so this will burn a tortoise. And take it back, I am actually going to let Sunset Wanderers draw. Just because we really, really want this Yenver. Not Yenver, sorry. Yen Divination. Durdrick's okay. Durdrick is definitely okay. Because we can do this at a very opportune time to get the golem. Is that alright? Durdrick can cycle us. We obviously don't want that. We're kind of just going to cycle until we find Yen. Oh, that's no fun. No fun at all. Looks like we're going to have the fun little situation of having a 1 in 3 that we just get absolutely done over. So Tharsis isn't looking all that amazing, is he? I mean, we can do it to like ban Yen, maybe. That makes sense. Yeah, it is what it is. If we... Okay. I can say if we hit Dead Man's Tongue, then we just use it. It bans Yen. This is kind of a situation of we either win here or we lose the game, so, you know, what can you do? Yeah, the coup's fine. It was the next card. One more turn of Deirdrick would have been fine. Okay, so we have room for 3. So spies could really mess us up because of these megascopes. The megascope will take up 2 spots. Golem takes up 1. Vilg takes up 1. And we have 4 spots. I think it's just Vilg here.
Time to get our hands dirty. Here's our chance.
So they played the coup, they played that. And now we pray there isn't another spy coming. Because we will run out of space. Ah, no spy. Perfect. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, let's see if they can do it. I think this is the win there. Colgrim. I mean, that's still kind of fine. We still beat a Colgrim. And we beat a Vilg. Ooh. That is not a matchup we should be winning. Not a matchup we should be winning at all, but here we are. Here we are. Power of the Megascopes. I'd put it on the Megascopes. Okay, Line Pockets. I feel like this is a reasonable one. A lot of the time you can kind of 2-0 it because we have a lot of points. But it's all about winning this round 1. And being on blue coin's not great. We would really like to be on red so we can kind of pressure for like a win on even kind of situation. Right, so you need to go back. Going back these makes sense. Okay. Not incredibly ideal. Because, you know, we would like to have found maybe something like Ramon or like a Deirdrick. Just so we can tidy the hand and stuff, but it's not all bad. My concern is like this hand is reasonable to like use a leader on, but we really don't want to be using our leader because we don't have Snowdrop yet.
Listen, I'll just work it.
Alright, so we can go Megascope, get the other Megascope down. Oh, I mean, this is 8 points for 4. Doesn't count as a unit, doesn't interfere with the Hyperthin kind of stuff, and it incentivizes you to run an 8. And an 8's kind of good if you're in a situation where you have 3 cards in deck and it's 12, 13 and an 8. Even if you pull an 8, you know, it's not terrible. It's not terrible. Alright, so Dead Man's Tongue, and we will burn. At I think it's both tortoises. Mainly because they're just going to be more of a hindrance than a help, I feel like. Just because 2 damage from Syndicate is not exactly a big ask. Not exactly a big ask. And I may take a bit of a tempo pass after this one. Just depends on what they play. If they play something super low tempo, we are 100% taking a tempo pass. If they start catching up, I'm reasonably happy enough to play Blightmaker. You know, Sunset Wanderers draws our next card. That's kind of fine with me. It's kind of what I was talking about, tempo pass kind of time. So we're up by 17. They have potential 8 points. So we're at 29. By 9. Need to play something reasonable. It's not amazing for a tempo pass. I mean, I was thinking more along the lines of if they kind of have nothing to do and they play like a dip or something like that. Oh, Knickers, no, not like this. No, you're not meant to be here yet. But it's okay. This means he's coming out in round 2. And I think we will almost certainly be taking a tempo pass if they don't pass here. Because, definitely not catching up there. I don't love Sunset Wanderers coming out there, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Nicely thinned the deck. Alright, so you can go back. And you can go back. Yeah. I'm not seeing a snowdrop. I am not seeing a snowdrop. Going into a long round is just not a good idea. So, how do we want to do this? Again, we've not found snowdrop, which I really don't like. It's kind of risky to play Dodric. Okay. I don't love it. I don't love it because it hasn't got Zeal. But it is what it is. Yeah, that's kind of why I didn't like it. Kind of why I didn't like it. Because no. Okay. I mean, realistically, I think it's using leader. I don't know, maybe we just bleed. Maybe we do just bleed and then go for a real short round with like a Yen, a Triss. I'm mindful of Ramon as well. Can't really play the cavalry. Yeah, we'll have to see what they do here, I think. I would really, really, really like to find the Ramon on the draws, find a snowdrop. So we can tidy this hand up a little bit, you know what I mean? Get. Alright, it's gonna have to be leader now. Come on. Triss. Drop, perfect. You go back. You go back. And let's see you. Yeah. And we can go for a snowdrop as well. Okay, you're going back. And, well, you're going back again, aren't you? Because we're just drawn into you too. Okay. The reason I'm putting back Triss is, like, we're guaranteed to draw into it next turn. And unlike Yen, where we need another target on the board to get the value, Triss doesn't need another unit on our side. And that's something we may kind of face an issue with, is them keeping units off our side. We do also have the potential, and I think I probably will, to go for a bit of a high roll on the Yen. Okay, let's get out. Let's get out. They've given us the opening here. I don't love the pass. I really don't love it. But next turn is going to be something like a Horson's Freak Show. They can kill this to get another 8 points. Horson's basically going to play 4 plus 16, 20 points. At least using a leader charges, it can go a hell of a lot higher. And I think we don't catch up then, we lose a card. This is okay, we got our thinning done. Our next turn hand will be Setharsius, Adept and Triss. We've got everything we kind of need. Justice coming out is very nice.
Only one of us will still stand by the end of the day.
Need to use another coin. Didn't need to use that many coins. Oh, yeah, actually. That's true. Completely forgot about that. I was thinking, oh, the bird's going to come out, but that's alright, they had to spend there. We do have double lock for double killy things. Very well explained there. You go back, you go back. Kind of what I was talking about, like, either a 12 or a 13, you know, it's 1 point difference. For Triss, that's kind of irrelevant. Not many units are going to be this tall. There's very few units where the difference between these two matters. And at best, Yen is like, you miss a point. You miss a point. It is what it is. Right. So, we need about 1 million locks this round, don't we? I think this justifies a lock though. Because the Witchfinder we'll kill with Triss, lock on the other bounty unit, the damage unit, so whether that's Breacher or Drill. I mean, if it comes to it, we can just Vilg. Siggy suggests no Witchfinder, which I'm kind of happy about, to be honest. Very happy about that. Obviously, that does mean that a Drill probably comes down at some point, but I mean, Kurt's come out, a lock deals with it. They know we have a lock as well. But that does free us up to use Triss to kill something like a Freakshow, and use Cavalry to lock up the other one. We'll probably use the lock before we use the damage there. Just a bit more flexible. Without Care, they can't purify it. So lock is as good as killing the unit. Not point-wise, but for us. Pretty good. Pretty happy about that, to be honest. That's a very low impact Freakshow. Very low impact Freakshow. And now we just have a shit ton of points, don't we? Vilg will play for, realistically, looking at about 16 points. We can use it to kill something in an emergency. Yen will play for a lot, so Tharsius plays for a lot.
Best yield now.
We haven't seen any poison or anything yet. A bit concerning, but I mean, if the last two cards are poisons, I'm pretty confident we win. So, that's what it is. And no bounties yet. Very happy about that one. There's the Drill. So, I think that justifies the build, to be honest. They've fully spent. I don't think there's any more spenders left, actually. The Triss for the kill is reasonable. I like it. I like it. This is obviously very bad if they have something like a Sea Jackal, but the Tharsius is at least 17 points.
Truly extraordinaire.
We shall see what the future holds.
And Vilg onto our own Ramon, plays for... Oh! That's beautiful. Yeah, Vilg onto our own Ramon, plays for a lot. Ooh. Very nice, very nice. Really happy with that bleed as well. Was a little concerned we got a card down, but there it is, there it is. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you in the next one.